Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now. Go beyond with Smart, the country's fastest and best mobile network. With unlimited 5G data for 12 months. Unlimited text and calls for both mobile and landline. And unlimited Netflix mobile on us. All with Smart Postpaid's powerful SIM-only plan starting at $999. Get it on eSIM online, anytime, anywhere. Switch now and keep your number. Get the power to go beyond, only with Smart Postpaid.
We started ang family business talaga namin. Talaga sari-sari store ang negosyo namin. So sa sari-sari store namin, same building, meron kaming on the side na dress shop. Yan ang sabi ni Mama. Dress shop, hindi pa to sports. I mean, nagagawa lang kami, nagre-repair lang kami ng mga damit. From there, may pumunta sa kanyang friend or client na nagpagawa ng parang how many pieces of t-shirts. So from there, yung makina niya, kaya naman gawin yung shirt, doon na nag-start yung paggawa niya ng uniforms. Kung paano yung sinimulan ni Mama, siguro yun pa rin naman yung nararamdaman namin. Pero in a different perspective na. Talagang pag nanood ngayon tayo ng TV, when we watch yung different sports, kunyari nanood tayo ng basketball, makikita natin yung PBA. Pag nanood tayo ng volleyball, makikita natin yung LGR. Iba na yung pakiramdam na yung brand is overall, nakikita na lahat.
10 taon ka nagtrabaho. is now the biggest shawarma chain in the country. Gusto namin tagumpay ka. Gusto namin ikaw na ang boss. Masaya ka bonding sa inyong tagumpay.
Kumbitin sa isa, anong hinihintay pa? Dobling minamnam na hanap mo ay nandito na. Sarap na buy one take one at hindi magbabago. Tara na dito sa Shawarma Shack, Shawarma Shack. Mas masaya pag dalawa. Shawarma Shack, Shawarma Shack. Doble ang sarap, dito may forever ka. Shawarma Shack, oh Shawarma Shack. Kaya dito ka na isama.
From the ENDERUN College's Gymnasium in Taguig City as we bring you action here in the Pinoyliga Next Man Cup Season 3 presented by the Shawarma Shack. Dito, Team B ang bida. This is the final day of the play-in tournament. It will be the battle between San Sebastian College Golden Stags versus the St. Dominic College of Asia Pikemen in the first game in Group Prime. While in the second game, it will be the UP Fighting Maroons against the LPU Pirates in Group Edge to close out the action in this 6-team tournament to determine the final 2 seats sa ating playoff round. Good afternoon, everyone. We are coming to you live from on the Pinoyliga Facebook page and of course the Pinoyliga YouTube channel as well as Smart Sports and on the Smart live stream app. My name is Yago De La Paz. Coming to you from courtside as we take a look at the previous matchup between these two squads last February 15, 2025, won by the Sdca Pikemen 78-61. Led, of course, by Jay De Manuel, 11 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals, while Ken Palaroan led the way for the Golden Stags, 15 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals in a game where it was marked by better rebounding from St. Dominic College of Asia. And of course, yung block party ng Pikemen really got things going for them. As we take a look at the Golden Stags, some of their key players here, Lumanag, Segovia, and Andrea Santos. Well, for them, ang kanilang keys to winning today would be familiarity with the new system under, of course, Coach Rob Labagala, who was installed late in the tournament para dito sa Golden Stags. Reckless abandon, of course, no tomorrow for them. They need to win this game for a chance for them to enter into the next phase of play. They have to stay deliberate with their intentions, definitely, because they're trying to get familiar with this new system. And, of course, yung kailangan rin nilang gamitin is yung gang rebounding kasi they were out-rebounded by Sdca in their last meeting. While for the Pikemen naman, ang kanilang keys to winning, they need to continue to be scrappy. That's been their calling card this season. They need a balanced scoring attack. They need to find a way to punan yung mawawalang scoring from Michael Sosing, who will be out today with an injury. They need a big game today from Jay De Manuel, as you know, he was the key guy in that last meeting in the elimination round. And of course, Edward the Kiwag, the big X factor para dito sa Pikemen. We got our match at hand, and now let's go to our Coliseum announcer Ramel Santiago to introduce the starters for both San Sebastian and St. Dominic College of Asia.
Now the starting five for St. Dominic College
Starters on your screens right now for both sides. Neil Castor, Ken Palaron, and Axel Kitane at the front court, while Kent Bacani and Andre Lumanag at the back court, while Timtiman, Isaac Fernandez, Alvaran, and Jam Isaac for St. Dominic College of Asia. Ball is up and we are now underway in this do-or-die game for San Sebastian, while for St. Dominic College of Asia, a win today will bring them into the quarterfinal round where they will face the De La Salle Green Archers. St. Dominic wearing their predominantly red with white trim, while San Sebastian in their classic gold and red uniforms. We have a whistle on the floor, and it's called a blocking foul on Miko Fernandez. 14 to shoot para dito sa San Sebastian. Down to 14 seconds on their shot clock. They give it out to Kitane. Extra pass to the left wing. Drive to the basket for the lay-in, and the first two for Kent Bacani. 2-0 start in favor of the Golden Stags. So San Sebastian needs to win by 14 or more today for them to advance into the quarterfinal round against De La Salle Green Archers. Drive to the basket by Edward Kiwag, and he gets fouled. He will take two from the foul line. The Kiwag, one of the top players para dito sa Pikemen in their win last Tuesday. Definitely showing his wares on both ends of the floor, but splits these two free throws in his last trip. 1-2 is our count in favor of the Golden Stags. 12 to shoot. And great defense by Sdca, swarming atong San Sebastian's Neil Castor. Corner three, in and out para dito kay Jam Isaac. Bacani attacking, gives up to Kitane. Great ball movement, finds it to the left wing. Andre Lumanag, up and under move, that's in and through for Andre Lumanag. 4-1 is our score in favor of San Sebastian. Again, they're winless in this tournament, going 0-6 so far, including that loss against Ateneo last Sunday to open up their play-in tournament campaign, and an offensive foul kontra dito sa San Sebastian. And it's on Neil Castor. First adjustment of the game for the Sdca Pikemen. Miko Fernandez will check out, replaced by Wilson Tilos. Pikemen again with a slow start, similar to their last outing. A three ball missed by Edward Akiwag. And a steal by Timtiman. One-on-one there. And a miss by Ken Palaroan. 17 to shoot. Bacani launches a three. 1, 2, 3. Bacani makes this a 7-1 game. And the Pikemen again with a very slow start, similar to their win against the Ateneo Blue Eagles last Tuesday. 12 to shoot. Isaac gives it up to the Kiwag, top of the key, tries to drive middle, finds the opening sa right lane and drops it off for Ken Alvaran. Down to a 4-point lead for San Sebastian with 6:45 remaining in the first. Castor gives it up to Palaron. 10 to shoot. Bakani, the kick out. Corner 3. It's off the target. Rebound by Wilson Tilos. Now it's with Tim Timan. Isaac, the handoff to Edward Akiwag. Now they go back to Tim Timan. Tim Timan with 8 to shoot. Try to kick it out. Stolen away by Neil Castor. Castor, umaatake. Gives it up. That great two-man play, big-to-big action. Resulting to that Neil Castor layup. 6-point advantage para dito sa San Sebastian Golden Stags. Right now they're coached by lead assistant coach Melo Navarro. Coach Rob Labagala not here in the building this afternoon, and a miss from long range for Ken Alvaran. Lumawag to Castor. Shot clock down to 16. They go to the top of the key. Lumawag shuffled his feet, danced to the wrong beat. Jay DeManuel coming off the bench for the Pikemen. For Joseph Timtiman. Again, SDCA losing the services of Michael Sosing, who went down with an ankle injury last Tuesday against the Ateneo Blue Eagles. 16 to shoot. Isaac at the top of the key. They go to DeManuel. That right elbow three. Bang! Bang! Boom! Down to a 3-point ball game para dito sa St. Dominic College of Asia. Drive to the basket and nagkaroon tayo ng karambola underneath the basket. And a pushing foul called against Jay DeManuel. You have the fresh entry of Jefferson Gagna, replacing itong si Andre Lumanag. First free throw in para kay Gene Ilagan. Ilagan goes 2 out of 2. 5:04 remaining sa ating first quarter. 5-point advantage for San Sebastian, employing this pressure defense against the Pikemen. Alvaran gets it across the timeline. Edward Akiwag. 10 to shoot, lost the handle, and it will go the Stags' way. Great defense employed there by Gene Ilagan. Ilagan tries to drive middle, kicks it out to Axel Kitane. 12 to shoot by the Golden Stags. And wrong timing for Neil Castor when he found a cutting teammate, zigging when he should have zagged. Tim Timan back in the game, replacing this time ito si Jam Isaac. 4 minutes and 20 remaining sa ating first quarter. DeManuel, the handoff. Dakiwag, now to Tim Timan. Tim Timan, stop and pop. And that jumper drops from the left wing. And we have our first time out on the floor called by Coach Melo Navarro. It's a 3-point lead for the Stags. Magbabalik tayo after this break.
Sa isa, anong hinihintay pa? Dobling minam na nahanap mo ay nandito na. Sarap na buy one take one at hindi magbabago. Tara na dito sa Shawarma Shack, Shawarma Shack. Mas masaya pag dalawa. Shawarma Shack, Shawarma Shack. Doble ang sarap, dito may forever ka. Shawarma Shack, oh Shawarma Shack. Kaya dito ka na.
Back inside the ENDERUN College's Gymnasium in Taguig City as we bring you the final day of your Pinoyliga Next Man Cup play-in tournament. Extra pass here by the Golden Stags coming off the timeout. Jagna gives it up. Shot clock down to 9. Fade away jumper. Too strong for the Golden Stags, courtesy of Axel Kitane. Now the pikemen, umatake. They go to Chad Amante. The handoff to Edward Dakiwag. Dakiwag straight away, 3. And there's a foul. And let's see who it is on. Foul is on Kent Bakani. Axel Kitane will check out. Replaced by Mark De Leon. Edward Dakiwag shooting 3 free throws. Taking and making the first. We'd like to thank all of our partners that make the Pinoyliga Cup possible. Smart Sports, Emily Hotel, Eastern Communications, ENDERUN Colleges, the NLEX Road Warriors, LGR Athletic Wears, and of course Buffalo Swings and Things. Three minutes and 31 remaining, and those free throws by Edward Dakiwag ties the ball game up at 11 following that hot start by San Sebastian here in the first period. 15 to shoot. Baseline drive and nice sneak through layup para dito kay Jefferson Jagna. 3 minutes and 10 remaining sa ating first period of action. Amante, the handoff. Bigay dito kay Edward Dakiwag. Sneaks through, overcooks that shot. Long rebound by Chad Amante. Shot clock did not reset. They have only 3 to shoot. They give it up. Demanuel, top of the key, 3. Offline. And Tilos gets the offensive board. That's a third opportunity para dito sa St. Dominic College of Asia Pikemen. Timtiman left his defender in the dust. And may foul na tinawag dito kontra sa San Sebastian, and it's on Gene Ilagan. Two-point advantage for San Sebastian after we saw our first deadlock of the game on those 3 free throws by Edward Dakiwag earlier. Amante driving, undercooks that layup, and we have a series of whistles, a foul. Pero nga lang, itong San Sebastian already in penalty the rest of this quarter. Chad Amante, chance to tie this ball game up with these 2 free throws, hits the first. Fails to hit the second, and it's a 1-point lead para dito sa San Sebastian heading into the final 2 minutes of the first quarter. 14 on the shot clock. The kick-out pass. Spin move. Jumper is pure para dito kay Gene Ilagan. Exactly 2 minutes remaining ng sa ating first quarter of play. Chad Amante gives it up to Jay Demanuel. The fake and the drive here by Joseph Timtiman. Back to Demanuel. 6 to shoot. Jay Demanuel gets rejected, and what a block para dito kay Regorn Jimena. Ilagan, spin cycle move. Sumobra nga lang sa spin. Went around the world and back without a passport at nahuli siya. Minute and a half remaining sa ating first quarter of play. For those who just joined us, ang ating implications, by the way, St. Dominic wins. They're through to the quarterfinal round, and awaiting right now are the De La Salle Green Archers. While for San Sebastian naman, they need to win by 14 points or more to secure the final spot in the semifinal round. So Jay Demanuel, chance to make this a 1-point ball game if he makes both. All right, check that. St. Dominic College of Asia needs to win this game, or if they lose by 11 points or less to advance to the quarterfinal round. While for San Sebastian, they need to win by 14 points or more to advance to the quarterfinal round. The three-point shot down the hatch. Okay, Jerover Kabilla. 45 seconds remaining. Jam Isaac trying to make a move. Three ball. No good para dito kay Howard Alauran. Kabilla. And a kickball violation kontra kay Jam Isaac. Shot clock down to 15 seconds. 27.1 na lang natitira sa ating clock. Timtiman back in, replacing Howard Alauran. Ronquillo dancing. And he got caught there in a double team. Great extra pass. Nice find here to Sean Hamora. Drive to the basket. Pero nga lang, pushing foul first on St. Dominic College of Asia, and it's called on Jade Manuel. That's his second personal foul. And they're down by 4. That was the last foul to give this quarter. 14 seconds on the shot clock for the Golden Stags. Sideline inbound by Hamora. Now they go to Lance Ronquillo. Game clock down to 9. Ronquillo. Stop and pop from the foul line. Can't get it to go. Second try. And it's a lucky roll para dito kay Ken Palaroan. And it's 20-14 for the San Sebastian Golden Stags. A 6-point lead at the end of the first. Don't go away. Second quarter of action when we return dito sa Pinoyliga Next Man Cup Play-in Tournament presented by the Shawarma Shack.
We started ang family business talaga namin. Talaga sari-sari store ang negosyo namin. So sa sari-sari store namin, same building, meron kaming on the side na dress shop. Yan ang sabi ni Mama. Dress shop, hindi pa to sports. I mean, nagagawa lang kami, nagre-repair lang kami ng mga damit. From there, may pumunta sa kanyang friend or client na nagpagawa ng parang how many pieces of t-shirts. So from there, yung makina niya, kaya naman gawin yung shirt, doon na nag-start yung paggawa niya ng uniforms. Kung paano yung sinimulan ni Mama, siguro yun pa rin naman yung nararamdaman namin. Pero in a different perspective na. Talagang pag nanood ngayon tayo ng TV, when we watch yung different sports, kunyari nanood tayo ng basketball, makikita natin yung PBA. Pag nanood tayo ng volleyball, makikita natin yung LGR. Iba na yung pakiramdam na yung brand is overall, nakikita na lahat.
Kumbitin sa isa, anong hinihintay pa? Dobling minamnam na hanap mo ay nandito na. Sarap na buy one take one at hindi magbabago. Tara na dito sa Shawarma Shack, Shawarma Shack. Mas masaya pag dalawa. Shawarma Shack, Shawarma Shack. Doble ang sarap, dito may forever ka. Shawarma Shack, oh Shawarma Shack. Kaya dito ka na isama.
This is your Pinoyliga Next Man Cup Season 3 presented by the Shawarma Shack. Second quarter now underway. This battle between San Sebastian and St. Dominic College of Asia. My name is Diego Del Paz, coming to you from courtside here at the ENDERUN College's Gymnasium in Taguig City. 6-point advantage for the Golden Stags, 20-14. Drive to the basket by Ronquillo. They kick it out. Franz Chuiden lost the handle, and Tim Timan off to the races. Takes it coast to coast for the deuce. Down to a 4-point ball game, 20-16. Ronquillo, shovel pass. Top of the key three. Iron deficient and out of bounds. para dyan kay Ken Palaroan. Now SDCA Pikemen facing some pressure defense from San Sebastian, pero a holding foul called against the Golden Stags. And the last foul is on Jerover Cabilla. Still 24 seconds to shoot para sa for the Pikemen rather. Down 4. With a minute gone by sa ating second quarter of action rather. Isaac making his move. Top of the key. Ito si Chad Amante, pero nga lang, he shuffled his feet in his drive to the basket attempt. Eight and a half remaining sa ating second period. 14 to shoot para dito kay Jerover Cabilla. Gives it up to Lance Ronquillo. Top, and that's a right wing three para dito kay Cabilla. Down the hatch and makes it a 7-point ball game. Edward Dakiwag, skip pass, 3-point shot on the way, pero wala para dito kay Jam Isaac. Bad pass right there para sa Golden Stags, courtesy of Lance Ronquillo. And on the drive, Chad Amante gets fouled and he will take 2 from the line. Second personal foul called on Jerover Cabilla, and he will check out of the ball game, replaced by Gene Ilagan. Jan Amante will take 2 from the line. Amante hits the first. (23-17) is our score. 2 out of 2 para dito kay Chad Amante, and he will be replaced by Ken Alvaran. A little over 2 minutes down sa ating second quarter of action. 15 to shoot and a steal by Jam Isaac. Tim Timan and an eye in the sky play para dito kay Edward Dakiwag. Down to a 3-point ball game, but on the other end, what a play there for Jefferson Jagna. Pero nga lang may foul kontra dito sa San Sebastian. And Coach Melo Navarro not happy with his word. And it's on Gene Ilagan, who committed that foul from about 50 feet away from the Pikeman basket on the other end. 7 minutes ang natitira sa ating first half of action. 14 to shoot. Tim Timan gave it up here to Jam Isaac. Isaac trying to make his move. Tim Timan, top of the key, 3! Bang! Bang! Boom! Down to a 2-point ball game. The Pikemen are getting close dito sa Golden Stags once again. 14 to shoot. They go to Ken Palaroan. Palaroan drives closer, getting the hoop. The harm, the 3-point play the hard way. 27-23. It's now a 4-point ball game in favor of the Golden Stags. De Manuel checks back into the ball game and gets an ear. And etong si Jam Isaac gets an earful from Coach Bong De La Cruz for not playing defense, allowing etong si Ken Palaroan to drive to the basket. earlier. Edward Dakiwag, 2 feet away from the three-point line. Ichi ni San. It's down to a 2-point ball game. Corner 3 on the way for the Golden Stags. Coming all the way from Recto, Manila, Jerover Cabilla. 12 to shoot. Edward Dakiwag tries to answer, but off target. Now the Golden Stags running, and that layup no good para dito kay Ken Palaroan. And Palaroan has been a bright spot para dito kay Coach Melo Navarro and the rest of the Golden Stags. 32 to 26 is our count. 5.5 remaining here in quarter number 2. 2 out of 2 for Ilagan. Check that. That's Ken Palaroan. 5:25 remaining. They go to Joseph Timtiman. Timtiman, the extra pass to Demanuel. Demanuel to the middle. Alvaran from the foul line. Can't get that to fall. Atake si Ilagan. At the left wing, Ilagan trying to evade the defense of Timtiman, and a turnover forced by Timtiman on Gene Ilagan. Timeout called here by Coach Bong De La Cruz of the Sdca Pikemen, and we'll be back after this break.
TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more with Smart Power All access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
We're back inside the ENDERUN College's Gymnasium in Taguig City as we bring you the final 5 minutes of the second quarter between St. Dominic College of Asia in red versus San Sebastian College Golden Stags in the gold and red. A miss there from the corner para dito sa St. Dominic, and a turnover by San Sebastian. Back in the ball game is Jam Isaac replacing Edward Dakiwag. So let's see if Coach Bong De La Cruz was able to get his ward into shape here. Manuel gets it on the handoff. Top of the key, 3! 1, 2, 3! Down to a 4-point ball game. Favor of the Golden Stags. Great ball movement finds its way to the left short corner, and Kent Bakani missing, and we have a scramble for the loose ball, and it's a kickball violation kontra dito kay Axel Kitane. Joseph Timtiman will check out of the match. Manuel. Edward Dakiwag, very short stint at the bench for the Pikemen. Isaac steps into a 3, left it short, and ball tapped out of bounds by Axel Kitane. $14 to shoot para sa Pikemen. Edward Dakiwag, the inbound, gives it up to Isaac. Isaac trying to find The opening, gives it up. Jay De Manuel! Bang! Bang! Boom! 1-point lead para sa San Sebastian, 33-32. Drive to the cup. But a foul given up by the pikeman, and it's on Aaron Dahao. That's a 14th foul against the pikeman. And Chad Amante returns, replacing ito si Aaron Dahao. Now Joseph Timtiman back to the game, replacing ito si Jam Isaak. Again, Coach Bong de la Cruz wondering where Jam Isaac's defense is. 14 to shoot para dito sa Golden Stags. They kick it out, right short corner, baseline drive. Kick out pass para dito kay Jefferson Jagna, and shuffled his feet, danced to the wrong beat. 3 minutes and 10 remaining sa ating second quarter of action. St. Dominic can regain the lead with a basket here. Nakiwag, the handoff to De Manuel. Now they go to Tim Timan. 14 to shoot. Chad Amante driving the left lane. The kick out. Edward Nakiwag short on the three-point shot, and Alvaran on the putback. Second chance opportunities working for the Dominican pikemen. 70 to shoot for San Sebastian. Ilagan drops it off. Eye in the sky. Nice find to Neil Castor. 2 minutes and 30 to play in the second period. Edward Dakiwag trying to make his move to Amante. Shot clock down to 10. Amante driving left and puts up the one-hander within 12 feet of the basket. 2:04 remaining. Golden Stags, great ball movement on the outside. 4-out offense for them. Drive to the basket and a miss para kay Kent Bacani. And now Jay De Manuel, coast to coast for the layup and the lead. Now with St. Dominic College of Asia Pikemen, 3-point lead, 38-35 for the Pikemen. Magbabalik tayo after this timeout.
Of All Access Power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power All Access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
We're back inside the ENDERUN College's Gymnasium in Taguig City as we bring you continuing action dito sa ating Pinoyliga Next Man Cup. This is the play-in tournament final day. St. Dominic College of Asia and San Sebastian trying to vie for that last seat in the quarter-final round. It will be Golden Stags basketball. With a minute and 49 remaining sa ating second quarter of action. $70 to shoot and a steal. De Manuel, nice find to Edward Dakiwag. Great defense by the Pikemen. By the two guards of the Pikemen, Edward Dakiwag and Jay De Manuel. And wow, that is the fourth personal foul called on Gene Ilagan, and he will have to sit out the rest of the first half. And now Edward Dakiwag can extend this lead, currently standing at 3. The Kiwag hits the first. The Kiwag goes 2 for 2, and Jesse Sabayo enters for Edward Dakiwag, who gets the well-deserved rest. Itong workhorse ni Coach Bong de la Cruz. 70 to shoot. Corner 3, down the hatch for Jerover Cabilla. We have a man down, and that's Joseph Timtiman para dito sa Sdca Pikemen. And wow, looks like itong si Joseph Timtiman still hasn't moved. So they will check out what happened in that last sequence. A minute and 17 remaining sa ating second quarter of action. Later on tonight, it will be the battle between the UP Fighting Maroons kontra dito sa Lyceum of the Philippines University Pirates. And we'll be back after the short break.
Kumbitin sa isa, anong hinihintay pa? Dobling minam na nahanap mo ay nandito na. Sarap na buy one take one at hindi magbabago. Tara na dito sa Shawarma Shack, Shawarma Shack. Mas masaya pag dalawa. Shawarma Shack, Shawarma Shack. Doble ang sarap, dito may forever ka. Shawarma Shack, oh Shawarma Shack. Kaya dito ka na.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now. Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
We started ang family business talaga namin. Talaga sari-sari store ang negosyo namin. So sa sari-sari store namin, same building, meron kaming on the side na dress shop. Yan ang sabi ni Mama. Dress shop, hindi pa to sports. I mean, nagagawa lang kami, nagre-repair lang kami ng mga damit. From there, may pumunta sa kanyang friend or client na nagpagawa ng parang how many pieces of t-shirts. So from there, yung makina niya, kaya naman gawin yung shirt, doon na nag-start yung paggawa niya ng uniforms. Kung paano yung sinimulan ni Mama, siguro yun pa rin naman yung nararamdaman namin. Pero in a different perspective na. Talagang pag nanood ngayon tayo ng TV, when we watch yung different sports, kunyari nanood tayo ng basketball, makikita natin yung PBA. Pag nanood tayo ng volleyball, makikita natin yung LGR. Iba na yung pakiramdam na yung brand is overall, nakikita na lahat.
We're back inside the ENDERUN College's gymnasium as we are trying to still determining which player would be disqualified. So it's a disqualifying foul called against Kent Bacani. So Kent Bacani left itong si Joseph Timtiman sprawling on the floor. So Bacani will be out of the playing court after that last action. So referees are waiting until Kent Bacani will be leaving the bench area after getting that disqualifying foul on that last sequence. So it will be 2 free throws for Edward Dakiwag. So it was Edward Dakiwag who replaced itong si Joseph Timtiman, who was flattened and had to receive some attention from our medics. So Dakiwag hits both free throws. And it's now a 4-point ball game. Jesse Sabayo, De Manuel, together with Chad Amante, Edward Dakiwag, and Ken Alvaran for the Pikemen as we resume action here inside the ENDERUN College's gymnasium for the final day of the play-in tournament of your Pinoyliga Next Man Cup Season 3 presented by the Shawarma Shack. Amante, minute exactly remaining here in quarter number 2. They dump it down low. Alvaran shuffled his feet and danced to the wrong beat. .52 seconds remaining. .15 to shoot para dito sa Golden Stags. Lance Ronquillo gives it up. And they go underneath the basket. And before that shot by Axel Quitane, a whistle on the floor. And it's a foul against Jesse Sabayo. It will be 2 free throws on the way for San Sebastian. Both teams already in penalty. Check that. That was the last foul to give, rather. Baseline inbound by Ronquillo. 12 to shoot. Quitane fakes the 3. Drives closer. Defended well. And another foul against the Pikemen. It will be 2 shots for Quitane. And the foul was called on Chad Amante. And Coach Bong Del Cruz burns his final timeout of the first half. We'll be back for the final 31.8 of the second period.
Kung bitin sa isa, anong hinihintay pa? Dobling minam na nahanap mo ay nandito na. Sarap na buy one take one at hindi magbabago. Tara na dito sa Shawarma Shack, Shawarma Shack. Mas masaya ang pagdalawa. Shawarma Shack, Shawarma Shack. Doble ang sarap, dito may forever ka. Shawarma Shack, oh Shawarma Shack. Kaya dito ka na isama.
The action here inside the ENDERUN College's gym in Taguig City as we bring you the continuing action of your Pinoyliga Next Man Cup Season 3. Presented by the Shawarma Shack. Dito, Team B ang bida. Final 2 games of our play-in round. First free throw is good for Kitane. Two out of two for Kitane and the San Sebastian Golden Stags. "20 seconds left sa ating first half of action. Amante gives it up to Jesse Sabayo. Chad Amante sneaks through for that layup on that left lane drive. 4 seconds left. Cross-court pass, Dakiwag left his defender in the dust, and a drive to the basket by Dakiwag. Got a foul, and it will be 2 more shots for Edward Dakiwag. Right now, San Sebastian in disarray since that ejection by Kent Bacani on a disqualifying foul. Dakiwag makes the first free throw. 9/10 of a second left. And that half-court heave, well off the mark para kay Neil Castor. And that ends first 20 minutes of action dito sa ENDERUN. And it's 46-40 in favor of St. Dominic College of Asia Pikemen over the San Sebastian Golden Stags. Third quarter of action when we return dito sa ating Pinoyliga Next Man Cup Season 3. Presented by the Shawarma Shack. Don't go away.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now. Go beyond with Smart, the country's fastest and best mobile network. With unlimited 5G data for 12 months. Unlimited text and calls for both mobile and landline. And unlimited Netflix mobile on us. All with Smart Postpaid's powerful SIM-only plan starting at $9.99. Get it on eSIM online, anytime, anywhere. Switch now and keep your number. Get the power to go beyond, only with Smart Postpaid.
We started ang family business talaga namin. Talaga sari-sari store ang negosyo namin. So sa sari-sari store namin, same building, meron kaming on the side na dress shop. Yan ang sabi ni Mama. Dress shop, hindi pa to sports. I mean, nagagawa lang kami, nagre-repair lang kami ng mga damit. From there, may pumunta sa kanyang friend or client na nagpagawa ng parang how many pieces of t-shirts. So from there, yung makina niya, kaya naman gawin yung shirt, doon na nag-start yung paggawa niya ng uniforms. Kung paano yung sinimulan ni Mama, siguro yun pa rin naman yung nararamdaman namin. Pero in a different perspective na. Talagang pag nanood ngayon tayo ng TV, when we watch yung different sports, kunyari nanood tayo ng basketball, makikita natin yung PBA. Pag nanood tayo ng volleyball, makikita natin yung LGR. Iba na yung pakiramdam na yung brand is overall, nakikita na lahat.
Kung bitin sa isa, anong hinihintay pa? Dobling minam na nahanap mo ay nandito na. Sarap na buy one take one at hindi magbabago. Tara na dito sa Shawarma Shack, Shawarma Shack. Mas masaya pag dalawa. Shawarma Shack, Shawarma Shack. Doble ang sarap, dito may forever ka. Shawarma Shack, oh Shawarma Shack. Kaya dito ka na isama.
10 taon ka
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
to do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now. Go beyond with Smart, the country's fastest and best mobile network. With unlimited 5G data for 12 months. Unlimited text and calls for both mobile and landline. And unlimited Netflix mobile on us. All with Smart Postpaid's powerful SIM-only plan starting at $9.99. Get it on eSIM online, anytime, anywhere. Switch now and keep your number. Get the power to go beyond. Only with Smart Postpaid.
We're at the halftime break of this matchup here in your Pinoyliga Next Man Cup play-in tournament final day. San Sebastian down by 6 against the St. Dominic College of Asia Pikemen, 46-40. My name is Diego Da Paz, coming to you from courtside here at the ENDERUN College's Gymnasium in Taguig City. As we're about to take a look at some of the numbers so far sa ating matchup. So far, 3-point shooting, medyo equal for both sides. While 9 out of 12 naman from the field yung Golden Stacks, 8 out of 14 for the Pikemen. And then in terms of free throws, medyo virtually the same on free throw shooting for both ends. 7 out of 7 for San Sebastian, 15 out of 17 for the Pikemen. As we take a look at our leading scorers, Cabilla, Palaron, and Bacani, 9, 7, and 4 respectively. And the Pikemen relying on De Manuel and Dakiwag with 13 and 15 respectively, and Amante with 7 points for this attack by the Dominican Pikemen. Third quarter about to get going shortly, and we are now underway with the second half of play. Again, if the Pikemen win or if they lose by 11 points or below, they will be in through to the quarter-final round where they will face the De La Salle Green Archers. If they lose by 14 points or more, it will be the Golden Stags meeting the De La Salle Green Archers this Saturday. As we begin the playoff round dito sa ating Pinoyliga Next Man Cup Season 3. Right. Shot clock down to 4. They go to Alvaran. The fadeaway jumper in and out. I talked to both coaches at the halftime break. Acting head coach, si Coach Melo Navarro, said that the team wanted to experiment. They wanted to find out who are the key guys that could contribute para dito sa Golden Stags, while etong si Coach Bong de la Cruz naman on the other end. The slow starts were primarily because of their reliance on their defensive stand. Kitane, skip pass goes its way to Jefferson Jagna, and the turnover by San Sebastian. Isaac, the handoff to Edward Akiwag. Now they go to J. De Manuel. Jam Isaac gives it up. 3-ball, top of the key. Off target para dito kay Aaron Dahaw. And we have a whistle on the floor kontra sa San Sebastian. And the foul is called against Neil Castor. 14 on the shot clock for the Pikemen. De Manuel makes an extra pass to Edward Dakiwag. Drives left. Reverse layup. No good. But on the putback, still no good. Para dito kay Alvaran. And a tripping foul called against St. Dominic College of Asia. And it is on Jam Isaac. Two minutes gone by sa ating third quarter of play. Shot clock at 20 para dito sa Golden Stags. Drive to the basket. Oh! An offensive foul kontra dito kay Lance Ronquillo. And returning to the ball game for the Golden Stags, that is Gene Ilagan. 7 minutes and 48 sa ating third period of action. Dakiwag against a Bulldog defense of Ilagan. They go to Jam Isaac. Alvaran now at the front court. 12 to shoot. Dakiwag, the handoff to Isaac. Isaac gets a screen from Aaron Dahao. Top of the key three for Ken Alvaran. And this lead now ballooned to 7, 49 to 42. 19 to shoot. The kick out pass to the right short corner. The drive down to the middle, and the floater's in for Sean Hamora. Back down to a 5-point lead para dito sa Pikemen. Isaac. Dakiwag, De Manuel, back to Isaac. Isaac trying to find an opening. Another top of the key three, iron deficient this time for Ken Alvaran. And of course, ito si Coach Bong de la Cruz would like to give a shout out to the following school officials. St. Dominic College of Asia, Dr. J. Andaman, the school owner. Ang Department of Student Affairs and Services head na si Mergrace Demetilio. And of course, ang kanilang Board of Trustees na si Engineer Monte Andaman, In Pelia, and si Emmy Sagala. Right now, the Pikemen trying to stop itong San Sebastian offense from materializing. And it will be Regorn Jimena replacing itong si Axel Kitane. It's 16 on the shot clock for the Golden Stags. Ilagan trying to drive left, pero nga lang an offensive foul against Ilagan after handing it off to his buddy na si Jerover Cabilla. And Gene Ilagan fouls out of the game. He was nursing 4 personal fouls before the start of the second half. Our first casualty of the game. And a reach and foul kontra dito si kay Edward Dakiwag. And now back in the ball game, Joseph Timtiman replacing Edward Dakiwag. Edward Dakiwag, of course, the younger brother of former UST Geraldine Tiger Ed Dakiwag, who also played under Coach Bong de la Cruz when he was the skipper at the University of Santo Tomas. And a blocking foul kontra dito kay Jerover Cabilla. Five minutes and 38 remaining sa ating third quarter. And Coach Melo Navarro gets warned for improper bench decorum. Coach Melo trying to get the attention of our referee, saying there was some tugging, shirt tugging happening. 15 to shoot para dito sa Pikemen. And the shot no good for J. De Manuel. On the second try, Alvaran gets fouled. 2 shots on the way for Ken Alvaran. At 19 years old, standing at 6'3" from Antipolo City. Both teams in the penalty very early. Jesse Sabayo will check back into the ball game to replace si Jade Manuel. First free throw down para kay Alvaran. 1 out of 2 for Alvaran. 6-point lead para dito sa St. Dominic College of Asia Pikemen. Lance Ronquillo gives it up. Rodriguez, top of the key, 3, and that is a foul. And the foul is on Jam Isaac. Fourth personal foul on Isaac. Edward Dakiwag will replace. So a couple of substitutions here. Dakiwag, Sabayo, and Amante into the match. And to the foul line for 2 shots, that's Regorn Jimena. Three out of 3 from the foul line for Jimena. Pressure defense here being applied by San Sebastian. Amante attacking down the lane. Overshoots that one. And now here come the Golden Stags. And a steal by Timtiman. They go inside. Edward Dakiwag. Dakiwag missing that close range shot. Ronquillo. 3 ball launched but short. Para sa San Sebastian. That last miss by Sean Hamora. Dakiwag attacking straight to the cup. No good, and he gets fouled. 4 minutes and 10 remaining. And Lance Ronquillo called for that last foul. Now Dakiwag at the foul line for 2 shots, trying to extend this lead. Now down to 3. Dakiwag 2 out of 2 from the free throw line. $19 to shoot. Palaroan. Now they go to the left short corner to Sean Hamora. 10 to shoot. 3-point shot launched but doesn't connect. Para kay Castor. Sabayo. Dakiwag. Now they go to Chad Amante, and a tripping foul called against the Golden Stags. The foul is against Castor. Both teams have been in penalties since the halfway point of the third period. Chad Amante shooting 2 from the foul line. Kitane going to the 4.5 meter line. First free throw left short by Chad Amante. Chance for him to make this a 6-point ball game if he makes this second free throw. Makes 1 out of 2. $53 to 47. $17 to shoot para dito sa Golden Stags. They give it up here to Ken Palaroan. Palaroan in no man's land. Gives it up to Rodriguez. The floater no good. Para kay Lance Ronquillo rather. 15 to shoot para dito sa Pikemen. Runner no good para kay Edward Dakiwag. And the foul kontra dito sa San Sebastian. It's on Regor and Jimena. .307 remaining sa ating third quarter of action. First free throw down the hatch para dito kay Edward Dakiwag. Kitane trying to make his move. Hands it off. They go to the right short corner, and now Ronquillo lets it fly. Left it short though. .245 remaining here in the third period. Dakiwag, the handoff. Timtiman. 10 to shoot. Amante calling for a clear out here. Timtiman makes his move. Layup off the window. No good. And a pushing foul kontra dito sa St. Dominic, and it is on Aaron Dahaw. It will be 2 shots on the way for San Sebastian. It will be Axel Kitane at the 4.5 meter line. Two out of 2 for Kitane. Two minutes and 20 remaining sa ating third quarter. Pressure defense applied by San Sebastian. Amante breaks through, drops it off for Tilos, pero bothered by the defense of Axel Kitane. 14 to shoot para sa Pikemen with 2 minutes and 12 remaining sa ating third quarter. Edward Dakiwag, open all day from deep, pero nga lang short. Hamora gives it up. And the jumper no good para kay Lance Ronquillo, and it will stay with San Sebastian with 14 on their shot clock. Shot clock at 14. Kitane driving, gets fouled. 2 shots on the way para dito sa San Sebastian. Wilson Tilos called for that last foul. First of 2 down para kay Axel Kitane. Kitane makes both. A minute and 40 remaining. Edward Dakiwag crosses the timeline, and a pushing foul called against San Sebastian. And the foul is called on Sean Hamora. And it's both teams marching back and forth to one or the other's foul line. Edward Dakiwag offline sa kanyang first free throw. One out of 2 for Dakiwag. Returning to the game is Jerover Cabilia for San Sebastian and Jay De Manuel for St. Dominic College of Asia. Hamora calling the play, binigay kay Kitane. Kitane against Shadamante. 12 to shoot. Cabilia for 3, iron deficient, and the putback is good. Para dito sa San Sebastian, courtesy of Khalil Amil. A minute remaining sa ating third quarter of action. Timtiman surveying the floor. Drives straight away. Puts up the floater. And it goes down. 40 seconds left. And Kitane gets a foul on that drive to the basket, and it's called against Chad Amante. And Ken Palaroan back in the match, replacing ito si Sean Hamora. Four-point ball game in favor of the Pikemen. 35 seconds left. 3-point ball game in favor of the red shirts. Sabayo, Amante, extra pass goes to the way of Jay DeManuel. Shot clock reads 9. DeManuel makes his move, kicks it out, 3-point shot. Does it go down for Joseph Timtiman? 12 seconds left, shot clock is off, and drive to the hole by Axel Kitane. Gets some contact. And the foul is called against Joseph Timtiman. So Axel Kitane could not hit the first. Zero out of 2 for Kitane. Enough time here for St. Dominic to put up a shot to end the quarter. Nice find inside. Wilson Tilos gets the hoop, the harm, the 3-point play the hard way for the 23-year-old 6'5" combo big from Dumaguete City. .8 seconds remaining. And Wilson Tilos hits the bonus. San Sebastian, one last chance, and they throw it away on that bad pass by Axel Kitane. 2.7 seconds left. Timtiman with the inbound. They go to Chad Amante. Amante drives, and that floater offline. We end the third quarter of play with St. Dominic's lead at 61 to 55. We'll be back with fourth quarter of action as we continue the action here in the play-in tournament of your Pinoyliga Next Man Cup Season 3.
Sampung taon ka nagtrabaho. Now the biggest shawarma chain in the country. Gusto namin tagumpay ka. Gusto namin ikaw na ang boss. Masaya ka bonding sa inyong tagumpay.
Here's the continuing action here in the Pinoyliga Next Man Cup Season 3, presented by the Shawarma Shack. Dito, Team B Ambida. Sdca Pikemen leading the San Sebastian Golden Stag 61 to 55. And we are down to the final 10 minutes of action. A win by the Pikemen or a loss by 11 points or less will get them through to the quarterfinal round, while a win by 14 points or more will give San Sebastian that last spot into the playoffs. My name is Diego Da Paz, coming to you from courtside here at the ENDERUN College's gym in Taguig City. 12 to shoot. Cabilia. They give it up here to Ken Palaroan. Palaroan lost the handle and now umaatake. St. Dominic. Timtiman didn't have numbers. Pulls back. Well defended here by Ronquillo. Timtiman. Edward Dakiwag. 12 to shoot. Alvaran gives it back to Dakiwag. Dakiwag to Alvaran. Long two. Left it short. And the rebound by Ken Palaroan. Ronquillo gets it at the right elbow. Pulls back against the defense of Joseph Timtiman. Shot clock down to 10 for the Golden Stags. Kitane. Bigay dito kay Ronquillo. Ronquillo met a brick wall and he holds on to his face and down goes Jam Isaac as well. 4-on-4 attack. And we got 2 men down. And that's Jam Isaac who got a hit on the side. While ito namang si Lance Ronquillo, tumama siya kay Isaac. 8 minutes and 37 remaining in the third. And we'll have a quick break while we sort things out.
We started ang family business talaga namin. Talaga sari-sari store ang negosyo namin. So sa sari-sari store namin, same building, meron kaming on the side na dress shop. Yan ang sabi ni Mama. Dress shop, hindi pa to sports. I mean, nagagawa lang kami, nagre-repair lang kami ng mga damit. From there, may pumunta sa kanyang friend or client na nagpagawa ng parang how many pieces of t-shirts. So from there, yung makina niya, kaya naman gawin yung shirt, doon na nag-start yung paggawa niya ng uniforms. Kung paano yung sinimulan ni Mama, siguro yun pa rin naman yung nararamdaman namin. Pero in a different perspective na. Talagang pag nanood ngayon tayo ng TV, when we watch yung different sports, kunyari nanood tayo ng basketball, makikita natin yung PBA. Pag nanood tayo ng volleyball, makikita natin yung LGR. Iba na yung pakiramdam na yung brand is overall, nakikita na lahat.
Kumbitin sa isa, anong hinihintay pa? Dobling minam na nahanap mo ay nandito na. Sarap na buy one take one at hindi magbabago. Tara na dito sa Shawarma Shack, Shawarma Shack. Mas masaya pag dalawa. Shawarma Shack, Shawarma Shack. Doble ang sarap, dito may forever ka. Shawarma Shack, oh Shawarma Shack. Kaya dito ka na isama.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
Lance Ronquillo for the Golden Stags, while para dito sa St. Dominic College, that was, I believe that was Jam Isaac. Now action resumes here with 8 minutes and 25 remaining. Baseline drive denied there by Edward Dakiwag. They go to Cabilia. 6 to shoot, Cabilia, and there's a blocking foul kontra sa Pikemen. And the foul is on Joseph Timtiman. Second personal foul on Timtiman, and this consistent so far with one of the concerns of Coach Bong de la Cruz at the halftime break, that St. Dominic's defense has been on and off in their matches this week against Ateneo and now against San Sebastian. Now Axel Kitane scoring underneath the basket, making this a 4-point ball game. Alvaran gives it up to Timtiman. Shot clock down to 6. Dakiwag, the drive, the floater, no. Long rebound by Chad Amante. Now they go to the Kiwag. Baseline drive, kicks it out. J. De Manuel. 5 to shoot. The drive to the basket, and Chad Amante gets fouled. Second personal foul on Axel Kitane. Chad Amante going to the 4.5 meter line for 2. And that first free throw was so dangerously close to going out. Amante 1 out of 2. $16 to shoot for San Sebastian. Near steal by Chad Amante. Chuidan trying to make his move. 5 to shoot. Chuidan lost the handle. And the shot clock runs out on San Sebastian on that Hail Mary shot by Axel Kitane. As we take a look at the quarter scoring in the first 3 quarters. First quarter went to San Sebastian, but in the second quarter, the Pikemen went on a scoring tear in the second period to get the lead and control of this match, while it was a stalemate during the third quarter of action. 10 to shoot. The Kiwag lets it fly. Left it short. Long rebound. Oh! And Ken Palaroan with his face raked there by Ken Alvaran. Six minutes and 29 remaining. Sa ating fourth and final quarter. We'll be back after this short break.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
Back inside ENDERUN College's gym for the continuation of this matchup between San Sebastian and Sdca Pikemen. Regular foul called against Ken Alvaran earlier, and short stab, no good for the Golden Stags. 6 and 10 remaining here in the fourth and final quarter. Edward Akiwag, spin move. Tried to leave his defender in the dust, but tapped out of bounds by Jefferson Jagna. "11 seconds to shoot for the Pikemen. Tim Timan gives up to Edward Dakiwag. Dakiwag, baseline drive, met by 2 players on top and a foul kontra sa San Sebastian. .546 remaining here in the fourth quarter. And Edward Dakiwag's free throws, very important to make this a 7-point ball game if he makes both. 2 out of 2 for the Kiwag, and that last foul called on Jerover Cabilia. 5:35 remaining. Drive to the basket by Jagna, and there's a blocking foul called against Chad Amante.
That means third personal foul, 13th foul on St. Dominic.
40 seconds to shoot para dito sa San Sebastian. Jagna, they try to go inside but tapped away by Joseph Timtiman. Edward Dakiwag. Bigay dito kay Timtiman. Now back to Dakiwag. 10 to shoot. Chad Amante. Amante, well marked here by the defense of San Sebastian. Amante puts up the heave but no good, and the putback is good para kay Ken Alvaran. 66-57, a 9-point lead for the St. Dominic College of Asia Pikemen. And we have a whistle on the floor kontra dito sa SDCA. And the foul is on Timtiman. .446 remaining here in the fourth quarter. And a warning has been assessed on Coach Bong de la Cruz. 15 seconds to shoot for the Golden Stags on this offensive set. Chuidan trying to make his move. Bigay dito kay Kent Bacani. And a drive to the hole and a foul on that driving play by Neil Castor. Will be 2 shots on the way para dito kay Neil Castor. Castor hits the first. Down to an 8-point ball game. Castor, 2 out of 2 from the line. Past the halfway point ng ating fourth and final quarter. Again, coming up next, it will be the UP Fighting Maroons against the LPU Pirates to close out our play-in tournament dito sa Pinoyliga Next Man Cup Season 3, presented by the Shawarma Shack. 7 to shoot for Edward Dakiwag. Dakiwag, well marked here. Gives it up. Chad Amante missing. A long rebound by Jesse Sabayo. Shot clock down to 10 para sa Pikemen. Attack here by Tintiman. Amante driving. Leaves it. Alvaran missing. Board secured and cleared by Neil Castor. Hamora. Drive to the basket. Castor off the window but no good. Oh, and a turnover by the Pikemen. And Joseph Timtiman not aware of that pass. Axel Quetane returns. Jade Manuel as well for both sides. That was a costly turnover for SDCA. Their lead down to 7 points. Palaroan with the inbound. Binigay dito kay Hamora. Hamora hounded by Jesse Sabayo. Hamora stolen away by Chad Amante. Now SDCA needs to settle things down. De Manuel trying to find an opening. Binalik dito kay Jesse Sabayo. Chad Amante driving left. The fake, the shot off the window, wala. And the long rebound secured by Sean Hamora. We are down to the midnight hours of this match. Castor missing that close range shot. And Axel Quitane throws it off the back of Chad Amante. 12 seconds to shoot para sa San Sebastian. Again, San Sebastian needs to win by 14 points or more to move through to the next round. And the turnaround shot is good para kay Neil Castor. It's a 5-point ball game in favor of the Pikemen. De Manuel to Alvaran, now to Amante. Jesse Sabayo setting up the offense. Dakiwag, top of the key, looking to drive. Still with Dakiwag. Dakiwag. Oh, wow! Rainbow shot for Edward Dakiwag to make it a 7-point ball game. And a steal. Jesse Sabayo all the way, turning defense into offense. It's now a 9-point ball game. We're down to the last 2 minutes. Brought to you by Eastern Telecommunications, and we have a foul. And it's called against Sdca. And it's on Jesse Sabayo. Chad Amante checks out. And re-entering the ball game is Aaron Dahao. Quitane, 0 out of 2 from the foul line. Minute and 45 remaining. Jay De Manuel. Oh, and De Manuel met the brick wall, and his name is Neil Castor. And Castor fouls out of the game. And Mark De Leon returns to the match for San Sebastian. 12 to shoot for the Pikemen. Edward Dakiwag makes his move, drives to the left lane. Dakiwag tried to draw a foul, no dice. 1 second left, they need to shoot. And that one, iron deficient for Jay De Manuel in that broken sequence for the Pikemen. Sean Hamora. Now they go to the front court. Left lane drive was met with a foul. And it will be Jerover Cabilla going to the 4.5 meter stripe as Sdca already in penalty. Cabilla can cut this deficit down to 7. Takes the first but could not make it. Cabilla, 1 out of 2. Now it's in the hands of Aaron Dahao. Sabayo setting up the play here against Sean Hamora. Sabayo, extra pass. Jay De Manuel, nearly the icing on the cake as Sdca Pikemen. And on the fast break, the layup is good for Ken Palaroan. 6-point ball game. Now they go to Edward Dakiwag. 12 to shoot for the Sdca Pikemen. Dakiwag drives right and changes course, and that reverse layup is good for the Dominican Pikeman, Edward Dakiwag, making things happen. It's now an 8-point ball game, 72 to 64, and we'll be back for the final 36.5 of the fourth quarter.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more with Smart Powerall. All access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
Action in the play-in round of your 2025 Pinoyliga Next Man Cup Season 3 presented by the Shawarma Shack. Dito Team B ang bida. Bringing you the final 36.5 seconds. 14 on the shot clock. Para dito sa Golden Stags. Coach Melo Navarro calling that last timeout. And a turnover para sa San Sebastian. Coming off that timeout. 30 seconds left. Near steal completed there, but a miss for Ken Palaroan. Stripped away by the defense of Sdca. Edward Nakiwag. The kick out pass. They go Demanuel for three. Bang! Bang! Boom! Jay Demanuel for three, and then a steal by Jesse Sabayo. And he will just dribble out the clock. The Sdca Pikemen will move on to the quarterfinal round coming this Saturday against the De La Salle Green Archers. Your final score, 75-64. In what has been a masterclass victory para dito sa Pikemen over San Sebastian. Edward Nakiwag, our best player of the game, 26 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and 3 steals, leading the way for the Pikemen. Coming up next, in our next matchup, it will be the battle between the UP Fighting Maroons against the LPU Pirates in our main game, in our final game of our Group Edge bracket here in the play-in tournament of your Pinoyliga Next Man Cup Season 3. And we will be right back as we listen in to the Dominican Pikemen school hymn as we end this matchup. Once again, your final score 75-64. The St. Dominic College of Asia Pikemen. They are moving on to the quarterfinal round to face the De La Salle Green Archers in the quarterfinal round in Group Prime. And Edward Dakiwag, once again, 26 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 steals to lead the way as our best player of the ball game. Coming up next, the final game of our Group Edge play-in tournament round, the UP Fighting Maroons against the LPU Pirates, as we continue action here in the Pinoyliga Next Man Cup Season 3, presented by the Shawarma Shack. Dito, Team B ang bida.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power All access data now up to 90 days. Load now.